it's time for second impressions. Hi everyone, I'm Sandrine, and this video is a follow-up to my first impressions video that I put up back in May. So now that I've seen pretty much all the shows that are premiering this fall on network TV, I thought I'd share my second/final impressions of them. Actually, by the time this video goes up, a few will have already aired, so can't wait to hear your thoughts about them. But before we get to that, let's talk about the second impressions. Instead of doing a separate video for each network, I will just combine everything in one big master video. Let's start with NBC, Blind Spot. I really like Blind Spot. I talked about it in my top 13 new shows video, and it's definitely a show that I'm looking forward to watching a little more. I hope they start giving us a lot of clues as to what the mystery is, so we'll see how it evolves from there. Heroes Reborn. I finally saw this one, because for the previous two videos that I made, I hadn't seen it yet, but I finally saw it, so I can talk about it, and it's awesome. I saw the 2-hour premiere, and I was ready to watch more, so that's a good thing, I think. For fans of the original show, there are definitely quite a few characters that you find, or there are a few mentions that you're like, oh, I remember this from the show. I really like the way the new show is set up. It takes place a few years after the events of the original series, and people are now aware that there are people with abilities. They're called Evos. Makes me think a little bit of like X-Men and mutants and stuff like that. So there are two camps of people there, that some that like Evos, some that don't so much like them and want to kill them. So there's a lot to like. Even if you weren't a fan of the original show, I would definitely encourage you to check it out. It's good. The Player, really enjoy that one too. That was also one of my top new shows. Lots of action and pretty good premise, and I can't wait to see what they do with it. People Are Talking. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that one. It's a half-hour comedy, but I just couldn't get into it. It didn't really make me laugh, so yeah, sorry. Chicago Med. Haven't actually seen that one, so can't really add much to what I had already said about it. So moving on to Fox. Grandfathered. Half-hour comedy. I thought it was okay. I wasn't blown away by it. I don't think I actually put it on my list of shows to watch this fall. I might revisit it depending on what I hear about it, but I wasn't blown away by the first episode. It was just okay for me. The Grinder. That's pretty much similar to Grandfather for me. I wasn't blown away by the first episode, so I might revisit it, but for now it's not something that I'm going to be watching. Minority Report. Yeah. I really enjoyed the first episode, so I'm really looking forward to more. I hope that it keeps going in the same direction. A lot of times with shows like this, it's hit or miss, where it can start really great and then kind of not get better. Sometimes it does get better too, so I'm hoping that it does climb up and I can have like a futuristic sci-fi type show on my schedule, because I love them. Rosewood. This is a typical procedural crime-solving type show. It was okay. It's just not really the type of show that I tend to watch, so I'm gonna skip it. But if you enjoy shows like Bones or The Finder, I think was on Fox too, it's similar to that, you might want to give it a shot. Scream Queens. Definitely excited about this one. The 2-hour premiere is a lot of fun. There's a lot of kookiness and craziness, and definitely doesn't take itself seriously. And it seems like they'll be revealing more and more about the killer as the season goes on, so I'm excited to kind of follow it. Let's move on to ABC. The Muppets. I've also finally seen the first episode for this one. I mean, it's the Muppets. It's great, it's entertaining, it's pretty much what I expected, so excited to watch more. Quantico. I enjoyed the premiere. I think it sets up quite a few mysteries, quite a few things where you have sort of the present storyline, and then you figure out how the character got to the present through flashbacks. I tend to like those kinds of shows, but they also tend to get canceled a lot, so I don't know. I hope this one will last a little bit longer than previous shows like this. I'll definitely be watching. Dr. Ken. This one will be a skip for me. This is another half-hour comedy, and I just really didn't get into it either. Apparently, I'm not getting into any comedy shows this fall. Blood and Oil. No, that'll be a skip for me as well. The first episode wasn't very strong, and It got a little tiny better at the end, but not enough to keep me watching, so I'll just skip it. Wicked City. I've only seen the first 5 minutes of the first episode. They haven't released the full screener yet, so it's hard to tell whether or not I'll like it, but based on the trailer, it might not really be a show for me just because I'm not a big fan of the serial killer type of shows. Although I guess you could argue that I was watching Dexter. But to my defense, he only killed bad people. So maybe I don't like shows about serial killer who kill good people. You know, I'm complex like that. Let's move on to CBS. Angel from Hell. I was really surprised about this one. I did not expect to like it at all, but I thought it was cute. So I'll definitely be giving it a few more episodes. Code Black. Well, that's the opposite of Angel from Hell. I was really excited about it, and I watched it, and it was just okay for me. It was a pretty good premiere, but it wasn't anything that I hadn't seen before. It's like your typical kind of medical drama. And I think I was hoping for a little more than that, so. Life in Pieces. This is pretty much my favorite comedy this fall. That first episode cracked me up quite a few times, and I hope that it just keeps going in that direction because I really, really enjoyed it. Limitless, yes! Another one that I'm excited about. The first episode was really good. It definitely sets up a fun first season, so I'm excited to see what comes next. Supergirl! Didn't love the first episode as much as I was hoping I would, but there were a few moments that I really enjoyed, so I'm hoping that it gets better. It's definitely on my schedule for the fall. And finally, CW. They only have one show, which is Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Now, I wasn't too excited about the show after watching the trailer, and actually I think the first episode ended up being better than I expected, but it was just not enough to really make it on my list. It was just decent. And that's it. Those are my final thoughts for the new shows coming out this fall on network TV. As I said at the beginning of the video, by the time this goes up, a few will have already aired, so I'd love to hear what you thought of them, if you enjoy them, what you're excited for. Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't yet, because we post videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we'll be reviewing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. every week. So, you know, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye! I feel like I've been talking about the same shows for quite a while now. I think there were a few shows that I hadn't talked about before in this video, but I think that now that fall has officially begun, whoop, we'll be able to talk a little more in depth about all the new returning shows, so I'm excited.